I was 3 lines into debugging a software loop when my phone buzzed on the desk. The notification lit up the screen in my dark home office. Emily, location update, the Riverside Hotel, room 347. Duration, 3 hours, 12 minutes. My fingers froze over the keyboard. I picked up the phone, staring at that blinking blue dot on the map. The Riverside Hotel. Downtown, sure. But not her office building. I scrolled up to her last text message, sent at 6:47 p.m. Working late tonight, babe. Big presentation tomorrow. Don't wait up. Love you, red heart. It was now 9:53 p.m. 3 hours, I whispered to the empty room. 3 fucking hours at a hotel. I opened the tracking app fully, my hands shaking. The location history showed she'd arrived at the Riverside at 6:34 p.m. 13 minutes before she texted me about working late. My throat felt tight. I hit her number on speed dial. It rang 4 times. Then her voicemail. Her cheerful voice made my stomach turn. Hey. You've reached Emily Morrison. Leave me a message and I'll call you back. I hung up. Tried again. Voicemail again. Come on, Em. Pick up. Please pick up. Nothing. I sat back in my chair, the blue light from the screen illuminating my face. The tracking app had been Emily's idea 6 months ago. She'd gotten stranded when her car broke down on Route 9, and it took me 2 hours to find her. We should both have this, she'd said, installing the app on my phone. Just for safety. So we always know where each other is. I'd thought it was sweet. Caring. A way to look out for each other. Now I was staring at proof that my wife was at a hotel. Room 347. For over 3 hours. My mind raced through possibilities. Maybe it was a work thing. Maybe her company rented a conference room there. Maybe. No. Conference rooms don't have room numbers in the 300s. Those are guest rooms. I pulled up our text thread, scrolling back through the past few weeks. Tuesday, 2 weeks ago, working late, don't wait up. Thursday, last week, client dinner running long. See you at home. Tuesday, last week, stuck at the office. Order takeout without me. Every Tuesday. Every Thursday. For the past month, maybe longer. I switched to the location history in the app. My heart sank further with each swipe. The Riverside Hotel, 14 days ago, 6:30 p.m. to 10:15 p.m. The Park Plaza, 17 days ago, 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. The Riverside Hotel, 21 days ago, 6:45 p.m. to 10 p.m. Oh God, I breathed out. I thought back to this morning. Emily had kissed me goodbye before work, the same way she had for 6 years. She'd smiled at me over coffee, talking about some marketing campaign her team was launching. I love you, she'd said at the door. Love you too, I'd replied. Had that been a lie? When did it become a lie? I remembered our wedding day. 6 years ago at that little vineyard upstate. Emily in her white dress, tears in her eyes as she said her vows. I promise to love you, honor you, and be faithful to you for all my days. My father had clapped me on the shoulder after the ceremony. You found a good one, son. Take care of her. I had taken care of her. I'd worked extra hours to pay off her student loans. I'd supported her career moves. When she wanted to go back to school for her MBA, I'd encouraged her. And this was what I got. Hotel rooms and lies. The blue dot on my screen hadn't moved. Still at the Riverside Hotel. Room 347. I took a screenshot. Then another one showing the duration. Then I scrolled through the location history, screenshotting every hotel visit from the past month. My phone buzzed. A text from Emily. In a meeting. Can't talk. Everything okay? I stared at those words. The casual lie, delivered so smoothly. I typed back, yeah. All good. See you at home. I hit send and watched the blue dot. Still at the hotel. Still in room 347. My 6-year marriage was crumbling in real time, and I was sitting in the dark, watching it happen through a tracking app on my phone. The irony wasn't lost on me. The very app she'd insisted we install for safety was now showing me the truth she'd been hiding. I saved all the screenshots to a private folder and locked my phone. Then I sat there in the darkness, listening to the sound of my own breathing, and waited. Emily came home at 11:47 p.m. that first night. I was in bed, pretending to sleep. "Jake," she whispered, slipping under the covers. "You awake?" I kept my breathing steady. She kissed my shoulder and rolled over. I lay there in the darkness, wide awake, my phone hidden under my pillow with a new folder titled Work Files. Inside were 17 screenshots. The next morning, I acted normal. "Coffee?" I asked, pouring her a cup. "You're the best." She kissed my cheek. "Sorry I was so late. The presentation ran forever." "No problem. How'd it go?" "Great. I think we nailed it." I smiled and handed her the coffee. "That's my girl." She left at 8:30 a.m. I opened my laptop and created a spreadsheet. Date. Location. Arrival time. Departure time. Her excuse. Tuesday became my nightmare. Then Thursday. Then Tuesday again. 2 weeks in, I had documented 12 separate hotel visits. The pattern was unmistakable. My phone buzzed during a work meeting on a Thursday afternoon. "Emily, location update, the Park Plaza, room 512. Duration, 47 minutes. I excused myself from the video call and went to the bathroom. My hands gripped the sink. "Breathe," I told my reflection. "Just breathe and document." Another text came through from Emily, "Client dinner tonight. Might be late." I texted back, "Sounds good. I'll order pizza." That evening, I went to play basketball with Marcus like I did every Thursday. I'd known Marcus Chen since college, 12 years of friendship. He could read me better than anyone. "You're off your game tonight," Marcus said, stealing the ball from me easily. "That's the third turnover." "Just tired." "Bullshit." He held the ball, studying my face. "What's going on, man?" "Nothing. Let's just play." "Jake." He didn't move. "We've been friends since sophomore year. I know when something's wrong." I grabbed the ball from him and took a shot. It bounced off the rim. "See? That's not you." Marcus retrieved the ball. "Talk to me." "Not here." "Then where?" I looked around the empty court. It was just us, like always. Thursday night pickup games, our tradition for years. "You really want to know?" "Yeah, I really want to know why my best friend looks like he hasn't slept in 2 weeks." I sat on the bench. Marcus joined me. "Emily's cheating on me." The words hung in the air between us. Saying them out loud made them real in a way they hadn't been before. "What?" Marcus's voice was sharp. "Are you sure?" "I'm sure." "How? Did you catch them? Did someone tell you?" I pulled out my phone and opened the tracking app. Remember that location app she insisted we both install? "Yeah, after her car broke down." "Look at this." I showed him the current screen. Right now, she's at the Park Plaza. Has been for 2 hours. She texted me saying she's at a client dinner. Marcus stared at the screen. Could be a work thing. Some companies rent hotel conference rooms. Room 512, Marcus. That's a guest room. Maybe. It's every Tuesday and Thursday. For at least a month. I scrolled through the location history. The Riverside Hotel. The Park Plaza. Different hotels, same pattern. She tells me she's working late or having dinner with clients. The app shows hotels. Marcus was quiet for a long moment. Holy shit. Yeah. Have you confronted her? No. Why not? Because I need to be sure. I need evidence. My voice cracked. I need to understand what I'm dealing with before I make any moves. Man, I'm so sorry. Marcus put his hand on my shoulder. What are you going to do? Right now. Document everything. Times, locations, her lies. I've got a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet? I know how it sounds. But I need facts. I can't go into this emotional. I have to be smart. You always were the logical one. Marcus shook his head. How are you holding up? I'm not sleeping. I eat maybe once a day. Every time my phone buzzes with a location update, I feel sick. Does she know you're tracking her? She's the one who wanted the app, remember? For safety. The irony is killing me. Marcus looked at my phone again. The Park Plaza. That's expensive. They're all expensive hotels. Whoever she's with has money. That thought had occurred to me too. Emily made decent money in marketing, but these weren't cheap places. Someone was paying. I don't want to think about that yet, I said. Have you told anyone else? Just you. My dad doesn't know. Nobody knows. You need support, man. This is huge. I need evidence first. Then I'll figure out what to do with it. My phone buzzed again. Emily, dinner's running really late. Don't wait up. Love you. The location hadn't changed. Still the Park Plaza. Still room 512. I showed Marcus the text. That's cold, he said quietly. That's my wife. I stood up. Come on. Let's finish the game. I need to think about something else for 10 minutes. You sure? Yeah. And Marcus? Don't tell Sarah yet. I'm not ready for more people to know. Your secret's safe with me. He passed me the ball. But Jake? Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back. I know. That's why you're my best friend. We played another 20 minutes, but my heart wasn't in it. My mind was at the Park Plaza, room 512, where my wife was doing God knows what while texting me that she loved me. I was leaving the gym on a Tuesday afternoon when I saw them. Brandon Hayes and my wife. Together. At the coffee shop across the street. My feet stopped moving. I stood on the sidewalk, gym bag over my shoulder, watching through the window. Brandon touched her face. Emily laughed, that real, genuine laugh I hadn't heard in months. My hands started shaking. I walked to my car and sat in the driver's seat, staring through the windshield. They couldn't see me from this angle, but I could see everything. Brandon Hayes. My college roommate. My business partner. My best man. No, I whispered. Not him. Anyone but him. But it was him. His hand on her knee. Her fingers touching his arm. The way they leaned into each other. My phone was already recording when I didn't even remember taking it out. Video evidence. Another piece for my growing file. They stood up. Brandon paid. They walked out together, his hand on the small of her back. I watched them get into his car, that black Mercedes he'd bought after we sold our startup. The one he'd joked about. Check it out, Jake. This is what success looks like. That was 3 years ago. We'd built a software company together, worked 80-hour weeks, and sold it for enough money to set us both up for life. We'd celebrated together. He'd been there for every milestone. And now he was fucking my wife. I drove home on autopilot. My mind kept replaying memories. College. Brandon and me in our dorm room, coding until 3 a.m. "We're going to build something amazing together," he'd said. Our startup launch. Brandon popping champagne in our tiny office. Partners for life, man. My wedding day. Brandon in his tuxedo, giving the best man speech. "Jake's my brother. And Emily, you're the luckiest woman alive to have him. Take care of my boy." Last month's barbecue. Brandon at my house, flipping burgers on my grill. "You've got it all, Jake. Beautiful wife, nice house. I'm jealous, man." He'd hugged Emily goodbye that day. Right in front of me. I pulled into my driveway and called Marcus. "Hey, what's up?" "I know who it is." "What?" "Who what is?" "The guy Emily's cheating with." "I know who he is." Silence. "Then, where are you?" "Home." "Stay there. Sarah and I are coming over." Marcus. 20 minutes. "Don't do anything stupid." He hung up. I sat in my car, staring at my house. Emily wouldn't be home for hours. Tuesday night. Hotel night. 40 minutes later, I was sitting in a booth at Jerry's Diner with Marcus and Sarah Mitchell, his girlfriend. Sarah was a therapist, always calm, always observant. She studied me with concerned eyes. "You look terrible," she said gently. "Thanks." Marcus told me what's been happening. "I'm so sorry, Jake." "Yeah." I stared at my untouched coffee. Marcus leaned forward. "So who is it? Who's the guy?" I took a breath. "Brandon." "Brandon?" Marcus's voice rose. "Brandon Hayes? You're Brandon." "My former Brandon." "Holy shit." Marcus sat back hard. "Your business partner Brandon. Your best man Brandon. That's the one." Sarah touched my arm. "How did you find out?" "Saw them today. Coffee shop near my gym." My voice broke. "They were all over each other." "Did you confront them?" "No. I recorded it. Added it to my evidence file." Marcus shook his head. "Man, I can't believe this. Brandon was at your house last month." "I know. He ate your food. He drank your beer. He shook your hand." "I know, Marcus. That son of a bitch. I'm going to." "You're not going to do anything." My voice was flat. "Neither am I. Not yet." Sarah leaned in. "Jake, this is a lot of trauma to process. Betrayal from a spouse is devastating enough, but from a close friend too. You need support." "I have support. I have Marcus." "You need professional support. A therapist. Someone trained to help you through this." "I need evidence." "Then I need a plan." "You need to take care of your mental health," Sarah insisted. "What you're experiencing is severe emotional trauma. I'll deal with my emotions after I deal with this situation." Marcus grabbed my shoulder. "Listen to her, man. You're not sleeping, you're not eating. This is eating you alive." "I'm fine." "You're not fine." Marcus's voice was urgent. "You've lost weight. You look exhausted. When's the last time you slept through the night?" "I sleep." "Bullshit. When?" I didn't answer. Sarah pulled out a business card. "This is my colleague, Dr. Lisa Chen. She specializes in betrayal trauma. Call her. Please." I took the card without looking at it. How long have you two known? About Emily? Since last week, Marcus admitted. When you told me at basketball. And you didn't judge me for not confronting her. Jake, everyone processes trauma differently, Sarah said. There's no right way to handle this. But you do need to handle it, not just document it. I'm handling it my way. By torturing yourself with location updates every day. By being smart. By gathering evidence. By making sure when I make my move, it's the right one. Marcus exchanged a look with Sarah. What? I asked. You're talking about revenge, Sarah said carefully. I'm talking about justice. Those aren't always the same thing. Right now, they feel pretty similar. The waitress refilled my coffee. I still hadn't touched the first cup. Does Brandon know you know? Marcus asked. No. Nobody knows except you two. Are you going to tell him? I thought about Brandon's hand on Emily's face. Her laugh. His smile. Eventually. When I'm ready. When I have everything in place. In place for what? Sarah asked. I met her eyes. For disappearing. I told Emily I needed a few days alone to work on a project. She barely looked up from her phone. Sure, babe. Whatever you need. 3 hours later, I was at my father's cabin upstate, staring at the lake through the living room window. Tom Morrison found me there an hour after that. He set 2 beers on the table and sat down. You look like hell, son. Thanks, Dad. You going to tell me what's going on, or do I have to guess? I took a long drink of beer. Emily's cheating on me. My father didn't react with shock or anger. After 30 years as a detective, not much surprised him. He just nodded slowly. You're sure? I'm sure. How'd you find out? I told him everything. The tracking app. The hotels. The pattern. Brandon. When I finished, he was quiet for a long time. The only sound was the lake lapping against the dock. Brandon Hayes, he finally said. Your business partner. Former partner. Your best man. Yeah. That's about as low as it gets. I know. Dad took a drink. What are you planning to do? I don't know. That's why I'm here. You want my advice? I want your wisdom. There's a difference. He smiled slightly. Fair enough. So tell me, what does the man you want to be do in this situation? I stared at him. What? Simple question. What does the man you want to be do right now? I want revenge. I want to destroy them both. I want to expose them to everyone, ruin Brandon's reputation, tell Emily's family what their daughter really is. That's what you want to do. I asked what the man you want to be would do. I was quiet. See the difference? Dad asked. Revenge is about them. Being the man you want to be is about you. I don't know how to answer that. Then spend the next few days figuring it out. We sat in silence, drinking beer, watching the sun set over the water. The next morning, I called David Reynolds. He was a lawyer I'd met through work, sharp and efficient. Jake Morrison. Long time. What can I do for you? I need legal advice. Confidential. I'm listening. My wife is cheating on me. I want to know my options regarding asset division and separation. David was all business. How long have you been married? 6 years. Any prenup? No. Kids? No. Property? A house. Joint ownership. Cars. Joint bank accounts. Investment accounts. Do you have evidence of the infidelity? Extensive evidence. Video. Photos. Location tracking over multiple weeks. Good. That helps. Are you looking for a confrontational divorce or a clean split? The cleanest split possible. I don't want drama. I want out. Can you come to my office tomorrow? I'm upstate for a few days. Can we meet Monday? Monday at 10 a.m. Bring all the evidence you have. I will. And David? This stays between us. Attorney-client privilege. I'll see you Monday. I hung up and found my father on the dock, fishing. Making plans? He asked without turning around. Starting to. Good. Sitting around feeling sorry for yourself won't fix anything. I sat next to him. I've been thinking about your question. And? The man I want to be doesn't let them define him. Doesn't let their betrayal turn him into something bitter and angry. Keep going. I want to be someone who walks away with dignity. Who builds something new instead of tearing down the old. That's harder than revenge, Dad said. I know. Revenge feels good in the moment. But it's empty. You'll still be hurt, just more tired. So what do I do? You take control of the situation on your terms. You make decisions based on your future, not their past. I'm thinking of selling everything. The house, the cars, liquidating assets. Taking my share and starting over somewhere new. Dad reeled in his line. Running away? No. Walking towards something better. Where would you go? I don't know yet. Somewhere they aren't. Somewhere I can build a life that's mine. What about confronting them? What's the point? So I can see them make excuses. Hear Emily cry and apologize. Watch Brandon act sorry. Some people need that closure. I need freedom more than closure. Dad set down his fishing rod and looked at me. You know what I see? What? A man who's already made his decision. You didn't come here to ask permission. You came here to hear that it's okay. Is it? Jake, 30 years as a detective taught me one thing: people show you who they are through their choices. Emily and Brandon showed you. Now you get to show them who you are. By disappearing. By choosing yourself. We fished until sunset. That night, I sat on the cabin porch and called Sarah. Jake. How are you? I'm at my dad's cabin. Thinking. That's good. Processing is important. I've made a decision. Okay. Tell me. I'm leaving. Selling everything. Starting over somewhere new. Sarah was quiet for a moment. That's a big decision. It's the right one. Have you thought about what you're running from versus what you're running toward? I'm not running from anything. I'm walking toward my own life. One they can't touch. What about closure? What about confronting them? Their consequences aren't my responsibility. I'm responsible for my healing, not their accountability. That's very mature, Jake. But are you sure you won't regret not having that confrontation? Sarah, I've spent 3 weeks watching location updates. I've recorded their meetings. I've documented every lie. I know exactly what they've done. What more would a confrontation give me? Possibly nothing. Possibly everything. Or possibly just more pain. She sighed. When are you planning to do this? Soon. I'm meeting with a lawyer Monday. Then I'm executing the plan. Does Emily know? Not yet. She will. In my own time. And Marcus? He's worried about you. Tell him I'm okay. Better than okay. I'm taking control. He'll want to hear from you directly. I'll call him. Thanks, Sarah. Jake. For what it's worth, I think you're handling this with remarkable strength. Thanks. That means a lot. I hung up and stared at the lake. The moon reflected on the water, peaceful and still. My father came out with 2 more beers. Decision made. Decision made. Then let's drink to new beginnings. We clinked bottles and drank in comfortable silence. The man I wanted to be was already emerging. And he was done being a victim. Monday morning, I sat in David Reynolds' office with 3 folders of evidence. "This is thorough," David said, flipping through screenshots. "Very thorough. I wanted to be sure." "You're sure. So what's your goal here?" "Clean separation. 50-50 split of assets. No drama. I want to be done. No alimony fight. No trying to prove fault. I just want out. Fast and legal." David nodded. "I can draft paperwork that looks like standard asset division documents. If she signs without reading carefully, we can include separation terms." "How long?" 2 weeks for the paperwork. The real question is, how long until you're ready to execute? 3 weeks. Maybe 4. I'll have everything ready. That afternoon, I sold Emily's car. The silver sedan she drove maybe twice a month. "Where's my car?" she asked that evening. "Sold it. We don't need 2 cars if we're relocating." "Relocating?" "I got a promotion opportunity. Different city. We should talk about it." Emily barely looked up from her phone. "Sure. Later. I have a client call." It was Thursday. I knew where she'd be in 2 hours. The next day, I transferred exactly 50% of our joint savings to my personal account. Then 50% from our checking. I documented every transaction with screenshots and bank statements. Emily noticed 3 days later. "Why did you move money around?" "Reorganizing for the move. My financial advisor suggested it for tax purposes." "Oh. Okay." She went back to texting. "Probably Brandon." I contacted Rachel Stone, a real estate agent Marcus recommended. "Mr. Morrison, nice to meet you." Rachel shook my hand in her office. "Marcus said you're looking to sell quickly." "Very quickly. Job relocation." "Where are you moving?" "Still deciding. But we need to close within a month if possible." "That's aggressive, but doable in this market. Your neighborhood is desirable. Can I see the property tomorrow?" "Tomorrow works." Rachel walked through our house the next day while Emily was at work. "Beautiful home. Well maintained. I can list this at $485,000 and we'll have offers within a week." "Do it. I'll need both signatures on the listing agreement. My wife travels for work. I have power of attorney for real estate matters." I didn't, but Rachel didn't know that. "Then let's get started." The listing went live on Friday. By Monday, we had 3 offers. Meanwhile, I liquidated everything else. My shares in the tech company Brandon and I had founded, sold to an investment firm for $340,000. My retirement account, cashed out, penalties paid, money transferred. Investment portfolios, liquidated. David reviewed every transaction. "This is aggressive asset liquidation," he said over the phone. "Is it legal?" "Completely. It's your money. Just make sure you're thinking clearly." I've never thought more clearly in my life. Tuesday night, I ran into Brandon at a steakhouse. I was picking up takeout. He was sitting at the bar. "Jake." He stood up, smiling like we were still friends. "Man, I haven't seen you in forever." "Brandon." I kept my voice neutral. "How's Emily? How's life?" "Fine. Everything's fine. We should grab drinks sometime. Catch up properly." I looked at him, really looked at him. This man had been my roommate, my business partner, my best man. Now he was sleeping with my wife. "Sure. Sometime. You okay? You seem off. Just busy. Work stuff. Yeah, I get it. Hey, Emily mentioned you might be relocating. Big move. My blood went cold. She told you that? Oh, yeah, we ran into each other last week. She mentioned it. Where are you guys heading? Still deciding. Well, congrats on the opportunity, man. You deserve it. He clapped me on the shoulder. I wanted to break his arm. Thanks, Brandon. Seriously, let's grab drinks before you leave town. I miss hanging out. I'll let you know. I took my food and left before I did something I'd regret. Thursday evening, Marcus met me at a storage facility across town. You sure about this? He asked, watching me load boxes into a unit. Completely sure. Emily doesn't suspect anything. She's too busy with Brandon to notice. We loaded box after box. Photos of my parents. My grandfather's watch. My laptop and external drives. Birth certificate, passport, important documents. Clothes. Books that mattered. This is everything? Marcus asked. Everything I need. Everything else is just stuff. What about your wedding album? Leave it. She can keep it. Man, this is really happening. It's been happening for weeks. I'm just making it official. We finished loading. I locked the unit and pocketed the key. The house showing is scheduled for tomorrow night, I said. Thursday night. Of course. Her hotel night. Rachel thinks we'll have an offer by Monday. Then what? Then I wait for closing. Finalize everything with David. And disappear. Marcus grabbed my shoulder. You're handling this like a machine, Jake. But you're still human. Are you okay? I'm better than okay. For the first time in weeks, I feel like I'm in control. That's not the same as being okay. It's close enough. We drove back in silence. Emily came home at midnight. How was your meeting? I asked. Exhausting. She kissed my forehead. I'm going to bed. I watched her walk upstairs, knowing she'd been at the Riverside Hotel. Room 347. For 4 hours. I opened my laptop and checked my progress. Car sold. Assets transferred. House listed. Retirement cashed out. Storage unit packed. Legal documents ready. 3 more weeks. Then I'd be free. Rachel called on a Wednesday afternoon. Jake, we have an offer. Full asking price. Cash buyer. They want to close in 2 weeks. Accept it. You don't want to negotiate? See if we can get more. No. Accept it today. Okay. I'll send the paperwork over. You and Emily need to sign by Friday. Send it to my email. I'll handle it. The documents arrived that evening. I printed them at my home office while Emily was in the shower. David had done his job perfectly. Mixed in with the standard house sale documents were separation agreement papers. Asset division. Dissolution of marriage. Everything legal. Everything binding. All it needed was her signature. Babe, can you come here? I called out. Emily appeared in yoga pants and a t-shirt, towel drying her hair. What's up? House paperwork. We need to sign. Oh, the sale went through. Full asking price. We close in 2 weeks. Wow, that was fast. She sat down next to me, barely glancing at the papers. Where do I sign? I pointed to the highlighted tabs. Here, here, and here. She signed. Then flipped pages. Signed again. And again. This is a lot of paperwork, she said, not reading any of it. Real estate transactions always are. She signed the last page. Done. When do we get the money? At closing. 2 weeks. Perfect. I need to run, meeting with Jessica for dinner. It was Thursday. There was no Jessica. There was Brandon at the Park Plaza. Have fun. She kissed my cheek and left. I collected the signed documents and scanned them to David immediately. His text came back 5 minutes later, it's done. Congratulations. You're legally separated. Over the next 2 weeks, I finalized everything. The house closing happened on a Tuesday. Emily signed more papers she didn't read. The check was deposited and automatically split according to our separation agreement. She received $242,500. I received $242,500. That's it? She asked. I thought the house sold for $485,000. It did. But there were closing costs, agent fees, tax adjustments. This is our net. Oh. Okay. Still good money. She transferred her portion to her personal account and went back to texting Brandon. I transferred mine to a new account in a different state. An account she knew nothing about. My last day was a Friday. I'd told Emily I was flying out ahead of her to set up our new place. I'll join you in 2 weeks once I wrap up work stuff, she'd said. She actually believed there was a new place. That we'd be relocating together. Starting fresh. She had no idea. Thursday night, I didn't sleep. I lay in bed next to Emily, watching her breathe. 6 years of marriage. 6 years of trust and love and building a life together. All destroyed by hotel rooms and lies. At 5 a.m., I got up carefully. Emily stirred but didn't wake. I went downstairs and made coffee. Then I assembled the envelope. Divorce papers. Already filed with the court, already legally binding because of her signatures. Screenshots from the tracking app. Dozens of them. Hotels, timestamps, duration. Photos of her and Brandon at the coffee shop. Him touching her face. Her laughing. A printout of her text messages claiming, client dinners, and, working late, with timestamps showing her at hotels. And finally, a note on plain white paper. Emily. I know everything. I've known for over a month. The tracking app you insisted we install showed me every hotel, every lie, every betrayal. The house is sold. The money is divided. The divorce papers are filed. You signed the separation agreement 2 weeks ago, mixed in with the house documents. You're free to be with Brandon now. I hope it was worth destroying a 6-year marriage. Don't try to find me. Don't call. Don't text. We're done. Your soon-to-be ex-husband. Jake. I put everything in a manila envelope and set it on the kitchen counter where she'd see it immediately. Then I went upstairs one last time. Emily was still sleeping, her hair spread across the pillow. She looked peaceful. Innocent. I felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. Just emptiness. Goodbye, Emily, I whispered. I grabbed my suitcase from the closet. Everything else I needed was already in the storage unit or shipped to my new address. I walked downstairs, took one last look at the house we bought together, and left through the front door. My car was packed. Gas tank full. GPS set for Portland, Oregon. I didn't look back at the house. Didn't take a final photo. Didn't feel nostalgic. I just drove. Marcus called 10 minutes later. You really doing this? I'm already gone. Emily's going to wake up and lose her mind. That's not my problem anymore. Her mother's going to call you. Lisa doesn't know anything yet. Let her call. I won't answer. Jake, are you okay? I'm free, Marcus. That's better than okay. Where are you headed? Portland. I've got a job lined up, an apartment rented. Fresh start. Will I see you again? Of course. You're my best friend. But not for a while. I need time away from anything connected to this life. I understand. Sarah and I are here if you need us. I know. Thank you for everything. Stay in touch. I will. I hung up and kept driving. The sunrise lit up the highway ahead of me. My phone buzzed continuously. Emily calling. Then Brandon. Then Emily again. Then a number I recognized as her mother's. I turned off my phone and threw it in the glove compartment. They couldn't reach me anymore. Couldn't explain or apologize or make excuses. I was gone. At a rest stop 3 hours later, I bought a burner phone and texted my father from it. It's done. I'm free. I'll call you when I get there. Love you, Dad. His response came immediately, proud of you, son. Drive safe. I got back on the highway and drove toward my new life. Behind me, Emily was waking up to an empty house and a manila envelope full of truth. But I wasn't thinking about her anymore. I was thinking about Portland. About my new apartment overlooking the river. About my new job. About building something that was entirely mine. The rearview mirror showed the road behind me, but I didn't look at it. I only looked forward. Marcus called me 3 days after I left. I was unpacking boxes in my Portland apartment. You need to hear this, he said. I really don't. Yes, you do. Emily's losing it. I sat down on my couch. Tell me. She called me 47 times yesterday. 47, Jake. Then she showed up at my apartment at midnight. What did she want? Your location. Your phone number. She was crying, screaming that you'd ruined her life. I ruined her life. Her exact words. Sarah had to talk her down. It took an hour to get her to leave. Did you tell her anything? Nothing. Just that you're safe and you don't want contact. She didn't take it well. Not my problem anymore. There's more. She went to Brandon. I felt my jaw tighten. And he panicked. Completely panicked. Apparently, he's engaged. What? Yeah. Engaged. To some woman named Melissa. Has been for 8 months. I started laughing. I couldn't help it. Emily didn't know. Had no idea. She showed up at his place expecting comfort and support, and his fiancée answered the door. Oh my God. It gets better. Melissa knew about the affair. Brandon had confessed weeks ago, said he'd ended it. When Emily showed up crying about her divorce and wanting to be with him, Melissa lost it. What happened? Screaming match in the hallway. Neighbors called building security. Emily found out Brandon had been lying to her the entire time. He never planned to leave Melissa. It was just an affair to him. I leaned back, processing this. So Emily lost her marriage for a guy who was just using her. Exactly. And Brandon? He blocked her number. Changed his locks. Told her if she contacted him again, he'd file harassment charges. Wow. Your wife, sorry, ex-wife, lost everything in one day. Marriage, affair partner, house, dignity. Did she tell her mother? Marcus was quiet for a moment. Lisa found out yesterday. How? Emily went to her parents' house. Showed up sobbing with the envelope you left. Lisa read everything. And she was devastated. Absolutely devastated. Lisa called me asking if the screenshots were real. I told her they were. What did Lisa say? She kept repeating, I didn't raise her like this. She was crying. Said she was ashamed of Emily. Said you deserved better. At least someone gets it. Lisa tried calling you. So did Emily's father. They wanted to apologize on her behalf. I'm not interested in their apologies. I told them that. But Jake, you should know, Emily's entire social circle knows now. How? The tracking app thing went viral. Someone Emily told about it posted on social media. Now everyone's talking about how she got caught cheating through the safety app she insisted on installing. That's actually poetic. It's humiliating for her. Her friends have distanced themselves. Jessica, her supposed best friend, won't return her calls. Why? Because Emily lied about girls' nights to cover the affair. Jessica found out she was being used as an alibi. She's pissed. Good. Emily's coworkers know too. HR is doing an investigation because apparently some of the hotel visits happened during work hours. She claimed client meetings on her expense reports. She's going to get fired. Probably. She's already been put on leave pending investigation. I felt nothing hearing this. No satisfaction. No vindication. Just emptiness. Marcus, why are you telling me all this? Because you deserve to know the consequences of her actions. Because she destroyed your life and now hers is falling apart. I didn't want revenge. I know. But karma doesn't need your permission. Is she okay? Like, actually okay? I don't want her hurt, just gone from my life. She's staying with her parents. Lisa's making her go to therapy. She's not doing well, but she's safe. Good. That's all I needed to know. Jake, there's one more thing. What? Brandon tried calling me yesterday. Wanted to know if you'd filed charges against him. Charges for what? Being a shitty friend? That's not illegal. He's paranoid you're going to sue him or ruin his reputation. I'm not going to do anything. He's already living with his choices. That's what I told him. He didn't believe me. Not my problem. He asked if you'd talk to him. I told him to go to hell. Thanks for that. Anytime. So how are you doing? Really? I'm good. The apartment's nice. Start my new job Monday. Met some neighbors. It's quiet. You sound different. Calmer. I am calmer. I'm not carrying their weight anymore. I'm proud of you, man. What you did took guts. What I did was survive. Most people would have stayed and fought. Made it messy. You just left. Fighting would have kept me tied to them. I wanted freedom more than I wanted revenge. And now Emily has neither freedom nor you. That was her choice, not mine. Fair point. When can Sarah and I visit? Give me a month to settle in. Then come out. I want to show you Portland. Deal. Stay strong, Jake. I will. And Marcus? Thanks for having my back through all of this. That's what brothers are for. We hung up. I looked around my new apartment. Small but mine. Clean but mine. Empty but mine. Emily's world was crumbling, but I wasn't there to see it. I was here, building something new. And that felt right. I woke up to my alarm at 6 a.m. and looked out at the Willamette River. 6 months in Portland, and I still wasn't used to the view. My morning run took me along the waterfront. 3 miles, every day. Something I never had time for in my old life. Morning, Jake. Mrs. Chen waved from her balcony. She lived in my building, always up early with her coffee. Morning, Mrs. Chen. Simple interactions. Normal life. No drama. At work, I grabbed coffee in the break room. Jennifer Brooks was already there, reviewing code on her laptop. Early again? I asked. Says the guy who's here before me every day. She smiled. How was your run? Good. Hit a new personal best. Nice. We still on for the coding meetup tonight? Wouldn't miss it. Jennifer was a data scientist at the startup, brilliant and easy to talk to. We'd become friends naturally, grabbing lunch, attending tech events together. Oh, before I forget, she said. There's a machine learning conference next month in Seattle. Want to carpool? Absolutely. Road trip? Road trip. I'll drive, you navigate. Deal. My project manager stuck his head in. Jake, got a minute? Need your input on the neural network architecture. Be right there. Work at the AI startup challenged me in ways my old job never had. We were building something innovative, something that mattered. During lunch, I sat in the courtyard with 3 colleagues I'd met at a local coding meetup. Real friendships, built on shared interests, not obligation. Jake, you coming to game night Friday? Ryan asked. Can't. Video call with my best friend back east. The Marcus guy you talk about? That's the one. Bring him next time he visits. We'll destroy you both at Mario Kart. Big talk for someone who lost last week. We laughed and went back to work. That evening, at the coding meetup, Jennifer and I worked on an open-source project together. You're really good at this, she said, watching me debug a complex algorithm. Thanks. I love what I do now. Now. You didn't before. Before was, different. Different life. She nodded, not pushing. That's what I appreciated about Jennifer. She knew I was divorced, knew I'd relocated for a fresh start, but never asked for details. Well, Portland's lucky to have you, she said. After the meetup, we grabbed coffee at a late-night cafe. Can I ask you something personal? Jennifer said. Sure. Do you ever regret it? Moving across the country? Starting over? Not even once. Really? No looking back. Looking back at what? A life that wasn't real. People who weren't who I thought they were. That's a healthy perspective. Took me a while to get there. But yeah, I'm good now. You seem good. Happy, even. I am happy. Genuinely. This life is mine. I built it. Nobody can take it away. Jennifer smiled. That's beautiful, actually. We talked for another hour about work, Portland, life. Easy conversation. No weight to it. When I got home, Marcus was calling on video chat. Hey, man. His face filled my screen. How's the West Coast treating you? Amazing. Just got back from a coding meetup. Look at you, Mr. Social. Sarah, come say hi. Sarah appeared beside Marcus. Jake. You look great. Thanks. I feel great. Running's working for you. You look healthy. 3 miles every morning. Never thought I'd be a runner. Marcus leaned in. So, I need to tell you something. Okay. Emily's been trying to reach me again. I felt nothing. Not anger, not curiosity. Nothing. And? She wants your number. Says she needs to apologize. Says she's changed. I looked out my apartment window at the sunset painting the river orange and pink. Tell her I hope she finds peace. That's it. That's it. That part of my life is over. Marcus studied my face through the screen. You really mean that? You're not just saying it. I really mean it. I'm not angry at her anymore. I'm not anything at her. She's just someone I used to know. Sarah spoke up. That's real healing, Jake. A lot of people say they've moved on but haven't. You actually have. Took 6 months and 3,000 miles, but yeah. She's in therapy, Marcus said. Her mom insists on it. Apparently she talks about you every session. That's her journey, not mine. She lost her job. Did I tell you that? You mentioned they were investigating. They fired her last month. Falsifying expense reports. I'm sorry to hear that. Marcus laughed. You're actually sorry. After what she did. I'm sorry anyone loses their job. But I'm not responsible for her choices or their consequences. You're a better man than me. I'm just a man who chose to move forward instead of staying bitter. Sarah smiled. How's the new job? Still loving it? Love it. We're working on AI applications for healthcare. Actually making a difference. And you've made friends, she asked. Yeah. Good people. There's this woman, Jennifer, data scientist at work. We've become good friends. Going to a conference together next month. Jennifer. Marcus raised an eyebrow. Tell me more. There's nothing to tell. We're friends. She's smart, funny, easy to talk to. That's it. For now, Sarah said knowingly. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not rushing anything. Smart. Take your time. That's the plan. I'm focusing on me right now. The job, the running, building a life I actually want. And if something develops with Jennifer, then I'll deal with it when it happens. No pressure. No expectations. Just living. Marcus nodded. Man, I'm proud of you. You took a nightmare situation and turned it into something positive. I didn't have a choice. Stay bitter or move forward. I chose forward. Not everyone makes that choice. Well, I did. And I'm happier now than I've been in years. It shows. You sound different. Lighter. I feel lighter. Like I'm not carrying weight that isn't mine anymore. So what should I tell Emily? I thought about it. Tell her exactly what I said. That I hope she finds peace. That I've moved on. And that she should too. No anger. No message about what she did. What's the point? She knows what she did. She's living with it. That's enough. Sarah wiped her eyes. That's really mature, Jake. Or maybe I'm just tired of giving them space in my head. They had enough of my life. They don't get my peace too. Amen to that, Marcus said. We talked for another hour about everything except Emily. My new projects, their upcoming wedding plans, Portland's food scene. When we hung up, I sat on my couch looking at the river. Emily wanted to apologize. She wanted forgiveness. But I didn't need to give it or withhold it. I just needed to keep living my life. And that's exactly what I was doing. The tech conference in San Francisco was packed. I stood backstage, adjusting my microphone, while Jennifer gave me a thumbs up from the front row. You've got this, she mouthed. I stepped onto the stage to present our AI healthcare project. 200 people in the audience. Bright lights. PowerPoint slides behind me. Good afternoon. I'm Jake Morrison from Tech Health Solutions, and today I'm going to show you how machine learning is revolutionizing patient care. Halfway through my presentation, I saw her. Third row, left side. Emily. My breath caught for a second, but I kept talking. Muscle memory took over. I finished the presentation, answered questions, received applause. Great job. Jennifer said when I came down. You killed it. Thanks. Hey, I need to handle something. Can you cover the next panel for me? Of course. Everything okay? Yeah. Just unexpected. I walked into the hallway. Emily was waiting there, leaning against the wall. She looked different. Tired. Thinner. Her hair was shorter. Dark circles under her eyes. "Jake," she said, her voice shaking. "Emily. I've been trying to find you for months. I need to. Emily." I kept my voice gentle. "I know you want closure. But I got mine when I left. Please, just listen. There's nothing to say that changes anything." Tears streamed down her face. "I ruined everything. Everything." People walked past us in the hallway. Conference attendees chatting, laughing, holding coffee cups. "Can we talk somewhere private?" she asked. "We can talk here." "Jake, please. 5 minutes." I sighed and led her to a quiet corner near the windows. "Okay. 5 minutes." She took a shaky breath. "Brandon left me. Did you know that?" "I heard. He was engaged the whole time." "I didn't know. I thought," her voice broke. "I thought we were building something. Emily. I lost my job. Did you hear that too?" "I did. My mom barely speaks to me. My dad won't look at me. My friends won't return my calls. I'm sorry you're going through that." "Are you? Are you really sorry?" "Yes. I don't want anyone to suffer. But I'm not responsible for the consequences of your choices. I destroyed the best thing I ever had." She was sobbing now. "You were the best thing. And I threw it away for what? For Brandon? For excitement? I don't even know why I did it." "Then figure that out. In therapy. With yourself. But not with me. I've been in therapy for 6 months. Every session, I talk about you. About what I lost. Emily, that's your journey. I can't be part of it. Don't you want to know why? Don't you want answers?" "Not really, no." "How can you not want answers?" "Because they won't change anything. You cheated. You lied. You chose Brandon over our marriage. The why doesn't matter. It matters to me. Then work through it with your therapist." "But I've moved on." She stared at me. "You've really moved on? Just like that? Just like that?" "Emily, it's been almost a year. I've built a new life. New job, new city, new friends. Yeah, I've moved on. Do you hate me?" I looked at her, really looked at her. This woman I'd loved for 6 years. This woman who destroyed our marriage. "No. I don't hate you." "Then what do you feel?" "Nothing. I feel nothing toward you. You're just someone I used to know." She flinched like I'd hit her. "That's worse than hate." "Maybe. But it's the truth. I came here hoping," she wiped her eyes. "I don't know what I was hoping. Forgiveness? A second chance? I don't have either of those to give you. Jake, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I believe you. But sorry doesn't undo what happened. It doesn't give me back the year I spent building our life. It doesn't erase the lies. What can I do? Nothing. There's nothing you can do for me. Focus on becoming a better person. Learn from this. Don't do it to someone else. I would never. You said that in our wedding vows too." She went quiet. I checked my watch. I need to get back. There's a panel I'm supposed to attend. Wait. She reached into her purse and pulled out an envelope. "I wrote you a letter. Explaining everything. Why I did it. What I was thinking. Please, just read it." I took the envelope. "Okay. Will you really read it?" Probably not. Jake. Emily, I don't need your explanations. I don't need to understand why you did it. I just need to keep living my life without you in it. I see you're happy. At the conference, on stage. You looked happy. I am happy. That's good. You deserve to be happy. So do you. But not with me. Not because of me. You have to find that for yourself. She nodded, tears still falling. Can I ask you one more thing? What? Are you seeing anyone? That's none of your business. Right. Sorry. She took a breath. I hope whoever she is, she treats you better than I did. If there is someone, she will. Because I won't accept anything less. Jennifer appeared at the end of the hallway, looking concerned. I have to go, I said. Thank you for talking to me. I know you didn't have to. Take care of yourself, Emily. You too, Jake. I walked away without looking back. Jennifer met me halfway. Was that her? Yeah. You okay? I'm fine. Actually fine. We went back into the conference hall. I had a panel to attend, conversations to have, connections to make. The envelope was in my jacket pocket. I'd throw it away later, unread. Some answers don't matter anymore. I stood on Cannon Beach, watching the waves crash against Haystack Rock. The Oregon coast stretched endlessly in both directions. Marcus came up beside me with 2 beers. Beautiful out here. Best place I've ever lived. I can see why you stayed. Sarah joined us, carrying her shoes. This is incredible, Jake. Why didn't we visit sooner? You're here now. That's what matters. We'd spent the weekend hiking in the Columbia River Gorge, eating at Portland's food trucks, and catching up on a year's worth of life. You seem different, Sarah said, studying my face. Happier. I am happier. Not just saying it to convince yourself. Not at all. I genuinely am. Marcus took a drink. It's good to see. Last year at this time, you were a mess. I was documenting hotel visits and planning my escape. And now? Now I'm just living. No tracking. No evidence files. No anxiety about what's coming next. That's real peace, Sarah said. We walked along the beach, the sand cold beneath our feet. So, Marcus said with a grin. Jennifer. I smiled. What about her? Come on. You've mentioned her like 10 times this weekend. What's the story? We're dating. Have been for 3 months. And? Sarah pressed. And it's good. Really good. She's smart, funny, honest. We're taking it slow. Does she know everything? About Emily? She knows the whole story. I told her a month ago. How'd she react? Marcus asked. She said she admired how I handled it. Said most people would have stayed bitter or sought revenge. She appreciated that I just left and built something new. Sarah smiled. She sounds wise. She is. And she doesn't have any connection to my old life. She's part of this life, the one I chose. Are you in love with her? Marcus asked directly. I thought about it. I'm falling. Not there yet, but getting close. And that's okay. I'm not rushing it. That's healthy, Sarah said. After trauma like you experienced, taking time to rebuild trust is important. I'm learning to trust again. With Jennifer, with new friends, with myself. We sat on the rocks, watching the sunset paint the sky orange and purple. My phone rang. Dad. Hey, give me a minute, I told Marcus and Sarah. I walked a few steps away. Hey, Dad. How are you, son? I'm good. Really good. Marcus and Sarah are visiting. That's great. I'm glad you have them. Me too. How are you? I'm fine. Just wanted to check in. It's been exactly a year since you left. I know. I was thinking about that this morning. Any regrets? Not one. Your mother would be proud of you. Mom had passed when I was 20, but I knew exactly what he meant. She always said the best revenge was living well. She did. And you're living proof she was right. I miss her, Dad. I know, son. She'd love what you've become. The man you chose to be. Thanks. That means everything. Come visit soon. The cabin's waiting. I will. Maybe bring Jennifer. Jennifer. I'll tell you about her next time. But yeah, there's someone. Good. You deserve happiness, Jake. Don't forget that. I won't. Love you, Dad. Love you too, son. I hung up and rejoined Marcus and Sarah. Everything okay? Sarah asked. Everything's perfect. That evening, back at my apartment, Jennifer came over for dinner. She'd met Marcus and Sarah briefly the day before, but tonight was different, intentional. Your friends are great, Jennifer said, helping me set the table. They're family. Marcus has had my back through everything. He told me about how you handled last year. What did he say? That you're the strongest person he knows. That most people would have burned everything down, but you just walked away. Walking away was the hardest thing I ever did. But the right thing. Yeah. The right thing. Marcus and Sarah arrived with wine. We ate dinner on my balcony overlooking the river. Jake, Marcus said. I need to tell you something. Okay. Emily's moving. Leaving the state. Her mom told me last week. I felt nothing. Not relief, not satisfaction. Nothing. Where's she going? Texas. Fresh start. New job. Therapy there. Good for her. That's it. Just good for her. What else is there? I hope she finds happiness. I really do. Just not with me. Sarah raised her glass. To new beginnings. For everyone. We toasted. Later, after Marcus and Sarah left for their hotel, Jennifer stayed. Can I ask you something? She said. Anything. Do you ever wonder if you should have fought harder? Confronted her? Made her face what she did? No. Really? No curiosity about what would have happened? None. Fighting her would have kept me tied to her. I wanted freedom more than I wanted revenge. That's incredibly mature. Or maybe I was just tired. Tired of the lies, the tracking, the anxiety. I wanted peace. And do you have it? Peace. I looked around my apartment. At the life I'd built. The job I loved. The friends I'd made. The woman sitting next to me. Yeah. I have peace. She kissed me. Good. You deserve it. After she left, I cleaned up and found Emily's letter in my desk drawer. The one she'd given me at the conference. Still sealed. I held it for a moment, then threw it in the trash without opening it. Some answers don't matter. I checked my phone. The tracking app had been deleted months ago. I didn't need to know where anyone was anymore. I just needed to know where I was going. Forward. Always forward. My phone buzzed. A text from Marcus, thanks for an amazing weekend. Proud of who you've become. I replied, thanks for never giving up on me. I stood on my balcony, looking at the city lights reflecting on the river. Sometimes people asked me if I regretted how I handled everything. If I wished I'd confronted Emily publicly, destroyed Brandon's reputation, made them pay for what they did. But the truth is, they did pay. Emily lost someone who truly loved her, who would have given her everything. She lost her marriage, her affair partner, her job, her friends, her family's respect. Brandon lost his friendship with me, his reputation, nearly lost his fiancée. And me? I gained something more valuable than revenge. I gained myself. I gained the knowledge that I could survive betrayal and come out stronger. I gained a new life built on honesty, not lies. I gained the understanding that walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. The tracking app that revealed Emily's betrayal was gone. The evidence files were deleted. The screenshots were erased. I didn't need them anymore. That chapter of my life was closed. A year ago, I was sitting in a dark office watching a blue dot on a map, feeling my marriage crumble. Now I was standing on a balcony in Portland, planning a future with someone who chose honesty, watching a city I loved, living a life I'd built from nothing. The best revenge wasn't destroying them. It was living well. It was choosing myself. It was refusing to let their betrayal define me. My phone buzzed again. Jennifer, thanks for tonight. Your friends are wonderful. You're wonderful. Sleep well. I smiled and texted back, you too. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's what I focused on now. Not yesterday, not last year, not the betrayal. Tomorrow. And all the tomorrows after that. I went inside, locked the balcony door, and went to bed. For the first time in over a year, I slept through the entire night. No nightmares. No anxiety. No tracking apps buzzing with notifications. Just peace.